Only one really, really important thing is offer limited choices. A lot of choices is craziness. They don't have the ability to have the whole world in front of them and a lot of choices.
Usually two.
Two.
Two are good.
Two are really good. And why? Because they get sense of power and responsibility. They need power. It's not like you do with, no, we can say it sometimes, it's fine, Elvira. Don't feel,
No,
it's fine.
okay.
But give them power in a way that they can use it. Also thinking skills, would I do this or that? I have to think about it. They love when they have choices and also opportunities to help. Like some children change from one color to the other only because you ask, can you please help me do this? Yeah. Yeah, they need to be there. They need to feel competent and loved, and that the capability, they need that. They need to feel that way. So choose options you are comfortable with. That's really important, that you're okay with the options, because then when you give options and they choose an option, you can say this is not an option right now. You have to be fair and give the options. Be sure that the options are this another word that I can say. Developmentally
appropriate.
appropriate. Yes, something they can do. That's really, really
For their age
important.
level.
Yes. Helpful options, always good. And try to be really consistent when you do, because this is a sticky, like give options, just put limits, and you have to use the same words. Try to be consistent on that. Like, for example, what is the first thing you will do when you get home? Help me put the groceries away or read a book in your room? You decide. Always include you decide at the end. That's like, oh, I decide, okay. But I want to do something else. If you want this to work, that's not one of the options, so you can decide between this and that. If you want them to have more options, maybe at night, I saw that when you get home, you also want to do this. Do you want that to be an option tomorrow? Maybe that can be. So tomorrow we can have these two options. You think it's good? Okay, fine. But be really consistent on that. So the consistency and the routines and all that, it's great, because then you have the opportunities to be flexible. If you're flexible all the time, you don't let them learn what is flexibility.
Right.
Right? So you choose when you can be flexible, and it's great.
Is it okay, like in that circumstance, to say, hey, you know what? I remember yesterday you did something really good, so I'm going to let this sort of deviation from the plan happen now as a reward for doing something good prior, or is it all about that moment?
Careful with the rewards.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Maggie, the reward?
Well, I was gonna say it depends a lot on the age too, because if it's something yesterday for a 2-year-old is
Like a month ago.
yeah, exactly. And also whatever consequences should be more immediate. So
So
if
it's
you want
about
to do
the
something,
moment.
yeah, I think it's more about the moment, and then also, just the reward in general, right? Because like, what kind of reward are you talking about? Is it something external?
No,
or
I
is
mean,
it
I meant like when
a
you're giving the
privilege?
option and then they
Oh,
try to
okay.
negotiate the option, then you say, okay, well, you did something that was good. We'll go with that now. I mean, I don't know. I'm
I
just,
mean,
it was an interesting question.
I think it depends on the child too, because my kid, he's always been a negotiator. He's always, he's just trying to negotiate everything. Can I read, this book? Everything has some sort of loophole. So I think it depends on the child too.
Well, what do you do with a negotiator then? 'Cause I have one.
So
Send him to law
exhausted.
school.
That's exactly where he's going. I mean, he's like on that path. it's exhausting for sure. It's very exhausting, but you know, you just have to keep it creative and keep them involved. Keep them, you know, involved in the process and the decision when you start coming up with new options. You know, decide together.
But is it better to be stricter then about, you know, these are the two choices, and if you have another idea, no, it's just these, option one, option
You
two?
can really, really try, but it doesn't always work. It actually doesn't work a lot when you have a child who's a negotiator.
Maybe you can, if they are 4, they are 5, maybe you can add a third option.
Mm-hmm.
But always respect the situation. Don't be like, these are my options for you today. Even mean it, like, what the situation needs. Be flexible before you set the options, and if you set them with them, of course, the better.
Right.
But like, be respectful with the situation. Don't be, yes, I'm putting limits because I know your limits, and now that I have to be strict on that. No,
Right.
it's like, what is needed to be done right now?
Well, what about when, I mean, they just don't listen.
Okay, something else. I have more things, but I think we have to go ahead. Let me check. Then the language that we use with them, like, means a lot. The difference between "you're a good boy" or "you did it." It's a huge difference because we are teaching them you can do it. And the way we act when they make a mess or they made a mistake or they fail doing something, the words we use also are really different. Like, how can we fix this? Or, look what you did again. That makes a huge difference. Inside the folder again, you have one thing that maybe you have before. Please go through that and choose.
Changing language.
Yeah, choose a
Language of
couple of
love.
things for this week, or maybe one thing. The language we use, and when we use it, we get it. We get it. Like, why saying, I don't know, for example, about feelings. These things. This is from Conscious Discipline. These tools are great. For example, instead of saying you're being rude, you can say you look upset. Something must happen that you didn't like. How you could say whatever in a kind way. Look the difference. Sometimes it looks like too many words, but it's a huge difference.
Carry this everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Eliminated. Yeah.
Booklet, wallet card.
No, that's why you can take it from in the classrooms where what we do is like we check, and maybe sometimes we're using one, but then they are forgetting, and we realize that we are coming back to one language that we don't like to use. I don't mean that teachers use this language, no, but it's true that sometimes because this is a language you hear all the time, and your mom told you, and but it's much better to say, don't make me put a consequence, whatever. I'm going to show you what I want you to do. That's a huge difference, all of them. So please take a look of this. We have another one about assertiveness, but this is more general and it's great for the beginning. And the last thing, I'm gonna say is like let the message of love get through. Like, they know we love them. Sometimes they don't get as much as you make them feel like you love them, the better. Like,
Go ahead.
yeah,
I think you're fine.
be honest.
She's so
No, I am on it, but it's still the for
Don't never say I'm okay if you are not okay, because they know you are not okay, so he's gonna be worried all the time. That happens to me now with my mom and dad. They are far away. They don't want to tell me when they're sick. So I'm scared all the time because I don't know if they're telling me the truth. You know what I mean? But
yeah, no, I know what you mean.
that's
I don't know if
that's
it,
something.
though.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my daughter does.
And it's good to model that.
Roxy,
Yeah.
Identifying your feelings and showing your feelings.
Yeah.
let them help you
Yeah.
to recover. Right? It's important, that idea. all feelings are okay. So don't, I'm okay. All feelings are okay. You have to look for ways to feel better. So recovery is really important, and also from problems, and we can fix everything, almost everything. We can try to fix things, right?
Did we talk about looking for solutions?
No, that's the last thing, but I don't know. Let's go to the limits, and then I guess because
looking for a solution.
okay, so I have it here.
I'm gonna bring the chart because I think that's really cute.
Yeah, the focus on solution thing helped me a lot, and I still there are moments like I stop and I think, Monica, you have to focus on solutions. Last week I had a terrible week. My son was sick. I couldn't come every day. I had to get ready for this. I had to get a lot of stuff, and you have to stop and say, okay, I'm not gonna focus on the problem, I'm gonna focus on the solution. These are my options, let's see, what can I do? I'm gonna ask for help. Who can I ask for help? This and this and this. So for them it's a great thing that you will focus on solutions. When we have a sticky situation and we have to model a lot the process from the 2s to the 5s, we do the same things, but at the beginning it's with a lot of support, and the teacher put the words, that you will put the words on the process, and then they become independent and they can do it, and they do it. It's beautiful.
And we teach them conflict resolution in the classroom. There's in every classroom there's an assigned space, and some of the classrooms have a helper who's the peacemaker. So if, let's say, you all are having trouble deciding whose turn it is to be in the dramatic play area, and you'll call on the peacemaker, you'll go to the area, and then you can look for a solution. Everything is solution oriented, looking for a solution, you know, whenever you're feeling some way, it's because, you know, there's a problem that needs to be taken care of. So we're always looking for the solution. Okay, well, you know, that I'm really upset, that hurt my feelings. Okay, so what can we do about it? And this is another good visual that's developmentally appropriate. It's a little wheel thing that Monica made. She had this in her classroom. She used it for a while. So
this one is for feelings. This one is when
Yeah,
I don't
this
feel
one-
okay, what can I do?
right.
Okay, you snap a picture of it?
Sure. I am breathing there with you. One of the pictures. So what I do, yeah, that's the other one is
So
not
this is-
finished, and it's about
Yeah.
solutions. I show you now, but I'm sure that because we are really, like, how you say, persistent with this, like, focus on solution is one of the things. Like, don't worry, the most important thing is to start, like, stopping blaming. If, for example, your siblings are fighting, the conflict is not the moment to look for a way to share, or it's the moment to talk about how you do that and you do that and how, no. The conflict is the moment to focus on solutions, because that's the only path if not, the problem is gonna keep going. If you want, for example, it's about sharing, and you want to the next day look for a book about sharing, and what are the things you can do when you have a problem with a toy, with a friend or a sibling. So you can do that, because that is gonna be a really teaching moment, but the conflict is not teaching. It's calm down and look for solution. So that's what we try in the classrooms. We teach, when you have a problem, yes, stop. You feel like something's going on? Stop. Talk and listen and respect the turn. So, Naili, I want to play with this, and you took it from me, and
But I
Naili,
want it.
look for solution. Go away from the problem and look for solution. What can we do? And we have, what is the, we also use these kind of things, or cards or different things, to maybe help them with possible solutions that you can have. You can play together, you can take turns, you can go away and play with somebody else. You can, sometimes it's not here, so you look for a solution that you both agree. Sometimes you can find a solution. What do you think we do? Maybe later we try, okay? But focus on solution is something really, 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 really useful. With the twos, the teacher will put a lot of effort, like, oh, I see you have a problem, you are doing whatever, explain what they're doing. And, oh, okay, so stop. Oh, what happened? Oh, you don't say, but you look upset. It looks like you wanted to play with that. Oh, what happened? Oh, it looks like you also wanted to play with that. Oh, okay. What can we do? Oh, you don't know? You have an idea? Maybe? Oh, maybe you can do that or that. Do you like that idea? Oh, you do. You find the solution. Good. And the fours and the fives is like,
It's sometimes
it's really, really important. Like, we teach them how to talk and use the great voice that you know. And so when those kind of conflicts appear, use the great voice is really important. And teach them what to do when somebody do something we don't like.
right.
That happens a lot in the classrooms. For example, I don't want to play with you. You will say, like, inside your heart, you will say, you have to say that you want to play with your friend because it's your friend. Like, no, it's not my friend. You have the right. But you know, you of course you can say you don't want to play, but let's look for the way to say it. We can say it in a nice way. We can teach them how to say things like that. And then the other one is like, what do we do? When somebody says, I don't want to play with you right now. So what can we do? We teach them what can we do, the options that they have. You can do this, or you can do that. You can ask later, because that you feel upset. Yeah, I see you feel upset. Yeah, because your friend Zoe doesn't want to play with you. Yeah, not easy. But you can recover. I don't say that, but what can you do? There's always an open path to go. I know that it's, or maybe in your cases, let's look behind. When they're doing that, when Leo is
Right.
doing that, with the other
It's
girl
more-
that I know is
It's more
doing
about
that.
like it's more about like we'll go to the playground and they will like battle over a stick or like a bottle
Maybe they make
cap
new
or like
friends.
is it yeah oh yeah
No, look behind. There are all these things that we are talking about all together work. Like maybe because maybe when you are all the time with a friend,
right
sometimes
yes
no. Yeah. When you are with your sister all the time, you need to go and play with somebody else.
right
When you are home with your partner all the time, look for something else to do. Get a life.
yeah